Hey everyone, and we're back for a continuation of some key homeopathy terms. Now, with any luck, this is actually going to be a little bit shorter of a session today, so brace yourself for that. Might get you out a little bit early, but I want to talk about some more homeopathy terms and get you familiar with the process of how homeopathic remedies are made. You know, we've talked about a little bit, right? Dilution, succussion. We're going to take that to the next level and give you a little more understanding of that. So the terms that our goal today to go through are proving, you already know actually, potency, you might know, dosing, it's kind of basic, serial dilution, actually you already know, succussion, you already know, and potentization, aka dynamization. That one's like the new one. So, but let's just go through this. Proving, what's a proving? A proving is when you give a substance to a healthy person in order to identify the symptoms that that substance causes. Because when you know what those the symptoms are that that substance causes, you know what that substance can be used to treat. That's a proving. Now, potency, we're going to talk about a little bit more here. Potency is just the strength of the remedy. If you remember, I mentioned that I gave the patient Aurum Metallicum a 200C remedy, a strength from the clinic. 200C, it's just the strength of the remedy. Potency is just the strength. We'll talk about what the C means and the number in like another slide or two. Dosing is just the number of the amount of a homeopathic remedy that you take and the frequency with which you take it. A common, dosing instruction would be like 5 pellets under the tongue, a few times a day for maybe a couple of days, and sometimes we'll even dose homeopathic remedies like a single dose. Remember the Aurum Metallicum one that I mentioned? That was just a single one-time dose, 5 pellets under the tongue, one time, right? So less is more with homeopathy. And remember our second principle of homeopathy, minimum dose. Let's give the least amount of the substance that we need to with the least amount of frequency in order to get the best benefit that still provides the best benefit for that person. Serial dilution, right? Just like a continuation. We dilute and then we dilute again and then we dilute again and then we dilute again. So a serial dilution is just a repeated dilution that continues, as we'll see, in a very methodic way in homeopathy. And succussion is that vigorous shaking that we do in between our dilutions. Now, potentization, aka dynamization, is simply the term that we use in homeopathy to refer to the strengthening, right? Kind of the almost counterintuitive strengthening or potentizing or increasing the potency of the remedy or dynamizing it, making it alive by diluting and succussing it. So in potentization and aka dynamization, what we're saying is the more that we dilute and succuss the remedy, homeopathically, we're actually making it stronger. So that's the process of potentization and dynamization. We're making that substance more alive. We're imprinting it maybe more strongly into water and allowing it to be a really effective medicine for us without all the side effects and toxicity that it might otherwise have in a larger physical substance dose. Okay. So to illustrate this is how a homeopathic remedy is made. Now, we take our natural substance, okay, and we do, there's different ways of preparing it, but the example that I'm going to use here is a C potency, right? And C, like the Roman numeral, is for 100, okay? And C, think of percent, right? 100%, or centi means 100. So here we're going to look at, as you can see in the picture, we're going to create a 1C remedy, a 2C remedy, a 3C remedy, a 4C, and just kind of serial diluting and succussing as it goes down to create different potencies. So in order to create a potency of 1C, what we do is we take this mother tincture, a preparation of the substance that we are creating a homeopathic remedy from. We take 1 drop of that substance and we add it to 99 drops of alcohol or like an alcohol water mixture or water. and we put it with 99 of those drops. So we take one drop, we put it with 99 drops. So collectively, we have a centai, a C, 100. 99 plus 1 turns out is 100. So we take a drop of the mother tincture, we put it with 99 drops of our carrier. Collectively, we have 100 drops. So we take one drop, we do that. Now, after we put that one drop in with the 99 drops, we succuss it. We vigorously shake it, which is allowing this dynamization or potentization process to occur. It's imprinting the substance into the water, allowing it to be a good carrier and a carrier of the information, message, information, medicine, whatever you want to say there. Now, by the time we've taken one drop, put it with 99 drops, and succussed it, we've now, at that point, created a 1C remedy. So again, a 1C, C, 100. Now, if we want to take it to a 2C, we take one drop of the 1C, and then we put it in 99 drops of water/alcohol. We put that in there. We then succuss it again. At that point, we now have a 2C remedy, okay? We take one drop of the 2C remedy, put it in with 99 drops water/alcohol. We succuss it again. We now have a 3C remedy. We take one drop of the 3C remedy, we put it in, 99 drops of water/alcohol, we succuss it again, we now have a 4C remedy, okay? So you can go on and on and on and on forever if you want, okay? Now, as you can imagine, doing this by hand back in Samuel Hahnemann's time would have been like a pretty time-consuming process. Like you got a lot of steps here. You got to have a lot of containers, So, but this is the basic process of dynamization, of potentization. This is how homeopathic remedies are prepared. Now, modern days, there are some places will do it by hand, but a lot of places will just do it by machine. So that way it's less, time intensive of human resources in order to still prepare remedies that go on in terms of very diluteness. Anything else I need to say here? I don't think so. Again, just homeopathically, the more you dilute and potentize, the stronger it becomes homeopathically. That was an example of C, okay? Doing one drop with 99 drops. Now, another way that you could prepare a homeopathic remedy would be X potency, which is 1 in a total of 10. So one drop with 9 drops. So 1 in 9, same thing, dilute, keep going, same thing, dilute and succuss, same thing, dilute and succuss, same thing, dilute and succuss. So we have kind of this X scale, which is 1 with 9. Okay. And then we have the C scale, which also becomes M and CM, where we do it on a 1 in 99. Continue, 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 continue. Okay. So we have like basically two kind of processes happening. The X, which is 1 in with 9 more, total of 10. And then we've got C, and M and CM, which is when we take 1 and we do it with 99 and keep going on and keep going on. Okay. So all that to say, even though there are many potencies available, right? Like you could have a 1C remedy, a 2C remedy, a 10C, a 13C, like all these different numbers, because all it is just a different step in the process. It's kind of become appreciated or acknowledged and understood that certain potencies kind of are more commonly used. They have more use. So even though there's like an infinite number of potencies, there are some that are like more helpful than others and more used than others. So a 6X, for example, a 12X, those are the ones you'll see on the marketplace. Like you're not going to see a 7X remedy, most likely. You're not going to see, a 22X remedy. When you're buying a remedy, you're going to see 6X, 12X. Same thing for C. You're most likely going to see 6, 12, 30, and 200. And then an M potency, you're most likely going to see 1M or a 10M. And then a CM, you're most likely going to see a 1CM. Now, things could change, and I'm sure you can get your hands on it somehow anyway. But again, homeopathically, the stronger it is, or the more dilute it is, the stronger it is homeopathically. And so often, manufacturers will limit 1M, 10M, and 1CM only for homeopaths, only for physicians. Although, who knows, probably can find it on Amazon and get whatever you want. Okay. That's pretty good. Roman numerals, just knowing, again, X like Roman numeral 10, C, centai, percent means 100, M, milli is 1,000, and CM is when we have 100 and 1,000, we get 100,000, C and M together. Now you're an expert of Roman numerals. So here's an interesting thing, right? Remember we said that you can dilute a remedy so far to the point where there's little to literally, basically, or literally no physical substance present. Well, I just want to let you know that there is a very specific potency at which that happens. So at a 24x potency and beyond, and at a 12C potency and beyond, it's actually a non-material dose. There's literally, not basically, there's literally no physical substance present. You're only receiving the message in water, the imprint of that information. If you were to do like a analytical chemistry thing and evaluate, or what's the word, study that substance, like you're not going to find, like if it's a remedy of cinchona bark, there's no cinchona bark there anymore. It's literally just water. It's just the imprint of cinchona bark. So after 24x and after 12C, we're now at a non-material dose. There's no physical substance present. Now this number is a special number. It's called Avogadro's number. And this is just a chemistry thing, which after Avogadro's number, there's actually no physical substance left. The way that I like to remember it is the avocado number. So beyond Avogadro's number, we're looking at a non-material dose, and that's beyond 24x and that's beyond 12C. So 12C, 30C, 200C, 1M, 10M, all of those, there's no physical substance present. It's just the imprint of the remedy in the medicine. I think we've done a pretty good job in understanding these terms, but let's just review them one more time. Proven. Approving is when you give a substance to a healthy person to find out the symptoms it causes. As soon as we know the symptoms that it causes, we know what that medicine, that substance can be used to treat. That's approving. Potency. Potency is the strength of the remedy. We see it in the flavor of a number and a letter. So 6x, 12x, 6C, 12C, 30C, 200C, 1M, 10M. For example, potency is the strength of the remedy. It comes with a number and a letter, and that lets us know how many dilutions it's had and at what potency, or what number. Is it 1 in 9 or is it 1 in 99? Dosing. Dosing is simply how we take a remedy. Dosing is typically like 5 pellets or 5 drops under the tongue, typically away from food. And dosing, is also the frequency. It might be a one-time dose. It might be a few times a day. It might be once a week. It all just depends on the homeopath's prescription. Serial dilution, right? We're not just doing 1 in 9 or 1 in 99 and calling it a day. We're doing 1 in 99, then 1 in 99, then 1 in 99, then 1 in 99. We're diluting in a serial fashion. We're just repeating. That's serial dilution. In between our serial dilutions, we do a succussion. After we've diluted it, we succuss, we vigorously shake, which allows us to activate, dynamize, potentize the remedy and make it more effective. So potentization and dynamization is simply us activating the medicine, maybe via the mechanism of increasing imprinting of the medicine into the water, into the carrier. And that's what potentization and dynamization are. Voila, those are our key terms explained, part 2. I hope you found that interesting and helpful, understanding how remedies are made and kind of the point beyond which the Avogadro's number in order to even have a non-material dose of a substance and somehow can still be really helpful. So that's that for that. And then tomorrow coming up, we've got some FAQs.